In hip-hop, someone has got to set the standard.
I don't care if you old, young, fat, skinny, pop, no pop, underground, top ground. Is your rhyme dope? If it ain't, it don't mean shit. That's the bottom line.
Amen.
Gather round, gather round. Witness the memoirs of 5'9" being read as he sees it fit. Police sirens behind him while he's driving instantly causes butterflies in his stomach, even though he's legit.
Now, brothers and sisters, they have not stopped.
It's about to hit the fan. What is it?
The decision to form the group Prhyme was something that happened organically. After years of collaborating with each other, DJ Premier and Royce the 5'9" decided that they could only fulfill their artistic destiny by joining forces for a full-length project. It was the step they both needed to take for hip-hop's sake.
Yeah, I'm not really into like everybody seeing how I do my beats, but you know, as far as the whole aspect of how I program. For artists that work with me, I let them see it. I don't let them ever film it, but it's more like, hey, take the memory of what you saw.
With DJ Premier, Royce the 5'9" was in his comfort zone, and the chemistry between the two of them is undeniable.
Nobody to throw a rope at it. The game is just a game of splits and politics with no ballot. All kind of clips with more malice than pushing. If you profiling, they'll probably be more valence than looking. I'm so stylish, but I ain't talking eBay. No high fashion either. If you catch me by the runway, it's the one that's for the PJ. This one is for my lyricist, courtesy of my DJ.
But on their first project as a duo, Royce wanted to do things a little differently. That's where the music of Adrian Young came in.
Prhyme started as an idea. It was an idea that was meant for Slaughterhouse, my other group. My man Mike over at Shady had the idea for us to get together, find a producer who's a wizard with sampling. It's this kid, it's this new kid. He's hot. Everybody's sampling his music. He gets with his band, and one of his goals in his career was to make it to where everybody in hip-hop is sampling him. You know, and they make all of their music from scratch. He scored the whole Black Dynamite movie. He did the soundtrack to it. His name is Adrian Young. Jay-Z just used him for the Magna Carta Holy Grail album. So I hit Prhyme, and I said, look, man, I want to just do a raw hip-hop album. I want to do something respectful. Like, I want to do something that I feel like is my contribution after 15 years to the art form.
Though Premier has been vocal about staying in his own lane, the addition of Adrian Young allowed the producer to experiment with a unique sound of a new generation. Adrian's music presented Prhyme with a challenge that he was resistant to at first.
It's just different for me because I didn't really want to sample one artist, and then with Adrian Young's music, the catalog that he gave me to use, I was just like, how am I going to make it sonically sound different with every song when it's just one artist? Because all artists, I mean, you know, Miles Davis never sounded the same on every record. He had so many different styles, but, you know, with Adrian's style and sound, I just didn't, I wasn't doubtful. I just didn't know how far I could pull off being different.
Honestly, it's crazy because these new versions that you made actually made my music better. Because when I listen to my music now, I think of Prhyme. All these tracks, I think of Prhyme. It's hard for me just to think of my music on its own. But that's what you think. Yeah, I know that. But the breaks, that's fun of me earlier. You made that stuff better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you made those original breaks better. So for you, someone in your class sampling my music in a way that I wouldn't even expect.
Musically, the production on Prhyme exceeds expectations. The beats represent hip-hop in its rawest form, giving Royce more of a reason to continue to keep the lyrical content ahead of the curve, and even inspiring a few up-and-coming beatmakers, including Royce's own 16-year-old son in the process.
Yeah, I remember, because I was always showing, I was always like, hey, let me play you this real quick, and I would play it for him in the car and stuff. He'd be like, yeah, this is good, you know, I like it. But I always kind of wanted him to be like, wow, like bobbing his head, you know what I'm saying? So I remember when I was first making this, I had the drum loop going with the sample over it. He was like, I like that. And then he went back. I was so happy because that was the first time. I didn't even have to ask him to listen to it. He just automatically caught on. That was the very first time. So.
Do a bounce flow to it. I wouldn't suggest just going regular like na 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 na. My mind don't work that way. I automatically would have to move to something a little more complex. So.
It's that element of complexity that will make Prhyme